XBET, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit. Wanna become as rich as Alchemist in a few simple clicks? Start playing on XBET.
Hello guys and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Smashcast TV. We are in the last best of 3 for the European region before we reach the finals. It's the lower bracket finals between Penta eSports and Planet Dog. Everyone knows these teams that have been standing out in this tournament. Planet Dog, a combination of a lot of unformed teams. J4 from Power Rangers, EPG, Milan and Swift End, and they come from EPG. They just combine together to form an all-star team that emulates the old Mouse Sports. As for Penta eSports, we get some people from 4 Anchors plus C captain like Boogie, Blaze Mon that used to be in that, what was it, Slice and Dice team, and now picked up finally by this new organization that wants to venture in the world of Dota. Let's see who's going to win this best of 3. But before we do so, allow me to present myself. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your cast support today. I'll be joined by Vätte today. How are you doing, my friend?
Hey everyone, and today is going to be a great game. Finally, we're on our final line, and it's going to be both these teams are fighting for the ticket to the grand finals today. That's going to be something beautiful. I'm sure of it.
Both teams, if they lose this best of 3, will be out of the tournament, and of course if they win, get to fight in the grand finals. This is a very exciting match. Let's look right in the draft. We look at Penta eSports first, banning out the Nyx Assassin, Clockwork, and Lycan. They pick up the puck and the Sanking, already powerful combination in terms of both ganking power and as well the versatility in the lineups, and of course the team fight. The Epicenter plus Dream Coil is a classic combo. You come in with a stun and with a silence, in addition to being able to have very versatile lanes. This Sanking position 4, is he position 3? Most likely position 4, but the versatility is still there in case they do want to counter you. Is Puck going to be playing in the off lane? Is he playing in the mid lane? Still unsure. Planet Dog, a much more clear lineup, but tell me, Vätte, what...
I'm just a little bit, my daughter died a little bit and I had to restart it.
Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna talk about Planet Dog then. Night Stalker and Queen of Pain is what they run. A good clear lane domination, especially with a ganking in the mid lane. Crippling Fear for the Night Stalker to stop the puck, and easy kills once the Queen of Pain reaches the level 6, stopping the puck from being able to illusory orb out. I mean, you don't even need level 6, level 4. Sorry, minute 4, Queen of Pain should be around level 5, level 4, and getting onto the level 5. Scream of Pain, Shadow Strike, Void, and with 1 level of Crippling Fear, the puck is gonna have a hard time. And of course, you secure the lane for Queen of Pain, snowball a bit, and are able to give a lot of space to whatever carry you choose. Sven, for example, because it's a swift ending, Sven would be the classic hero here. It would be really good. Juggernaut as well. Those kind of heroes that can actually use the space and try to win with it. That is. Are you finally reconnecting?
Yeah, I'm actually finally alive. Well, question is, what Planet Dog are planning to do? Do they want to go for the full snowball strat? They're actually going for Warlock, very strong. Yeah, that's actually going to be a 5-man strat, I believe. Just grouping up with the golems, great laning stage, and a very strong lane with Night Stalker and Warlock. Maybe they lack lockdown a little bit right now. Maybe they want to pick up carrier who got some kind of a stun or massive lockdown on an off lane, something like an Earthshaker, maybe? Like on off lane.
Okay, off lane, yeah. Earthshaker. Earthshaker is really nice, actually, against what they're running. You could go for the Clockwork would have been also a really good choice, but of course he's banned. The Planet Dogs seem to be shaping up very well, like you're saying. For Ben, for example, for kind of carry with the stun like that. The Warcry really effective against Witch Doctor as well, and of course, like you said, really strong lanes with the Warlock. They could go for a full-on pushing lineup as well if they wanted to run maybe Queen of Pain in the off lane. We have seen that before. Say go for a Dragon Knight and something like Juggernaut in the bottom lane, but that would be a bit more of a creative liberty they're taking. And yeah, there's the Earthshaker that you were talking about. Earthshaker, really good in terms of team fight, good lanes as well, and of course, if Penta eSports had to go for some sort of melee carry, Earthshaker could easily crush that, so you take a lot of heroes out of the pool.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to see Witch Doctor. We haven't seen this hero on a support position for a very long time. It was not that popular at all. Yet I think people are forgetting him like for no reason. He's still very strong. He got amazing stats, easily zoning out a lot of offlaners. Great stun, healing up on the lane. It's like I tried to compare him to Warlock in terms like they both got heals and they got like high base damage, so they can zone out some offlaners easily. But Warlock seems much stronger, to be honest, in the mass teamfight. Yet in between teamfights, he's completely useless. And Witch Doctor with Casket can actually do a lot.
The Witch Doctor also has more inner synergy within skills. The Maledict plus the high base attack damage, and the difference is considerable. Warlock is around 52, whereas Witch Doctor is 58. A bit more considerable. Third support with highest base attack damage. Shadow Shaman, unless you consider Clockwork in one. But it's a pretty strong support. Comes with the stun, and that's probably the biggest difference here. That they both offer heals. One's heals in the area, one heals and gives you much more lane supporting. Witch Doctor though becomes useful later on because it's paralyzing cask, and especially if they run in against the Witch Doctor, especially Night Stalker, Queen of Pain, or Shaker kind of heroes that can dive towers easily. Paralyzing Cask easily cancels you under the tower. He's a great defensive support in that regard. Whereas Warlock will win you the lane, Witch Doctor will be able to, you know, get counter kills or revenge kills. And it's not bad for Penta eSports that they went for so much team fight. Now they run the Lina, like we were mentioning, and Puck offlane most likely played in the mid lane to cancel the Queen of Pain. The only thing they're missing now is a carry. What can we see for Penta eSports' last pick here? That's
I think it's going to be something aggressive, and maybe they will put Puck against Sheka and go for aggressive trialing. What do you think about this? Witch Doctor is actually great for this kind of things. They know that it's going to be a Warlock plus carry stuck on the bot lane. They will defend their lane in mid. Night Stalker won't be able to rotate. So maybe that's the point of picking Witch Doctor, and they will go for something aggressive. Maybe I would say something like Jug, yeah, Jug. Or Lifestealer, actually, yes, that was also in my head. That is a Rage. Open Wounds is a slow, very sustainable carry, can be very aggressive. Yet, also they got an Infest Bomb with Puck and Sanking, and with Maledict, actually, and Epicenter and Lina Burst. It's an insane amount of damage from inside of Penta on a single target.
And Planet Dog have the option to pick up the Ursa. They did ban the Troll Warlord, which is Wildlife did. Great idea, but of course the Ursa is still pretty powerful, especially with a combination of the Earthshaker, and would fit perfectly into the snowball lineup that Planet Dog wants to run. But no, they're going to go for a classic Swift Ending pick. Wow, that is a hero that we're seeing a bit more often, especially by people that really love it. There's very few Klinks players in the world right now, one of them being Resolution, and the one being Swift Ending. One of his favorite heroes, and a really, really good hero against Lifestealer. Not only can you kite him easily because the slows are not relevant Klinks whatsoever, but on top of that, you can Searing Arrows through that Rage, and that is an insane amount of physical damage against a hero that does not have the highest armor as the game progresses because of its low agility gain. Also, Warlock giving lane sustain to Klinks is probably the best that you could ask for in a Klinks because his laning stage is insanely weak, similar to a Slark. You rely a lot on getting enough last hits in the laning stage to become relevant in the mid game, be it Desolator, be it Cellar Crest, be it Orchid. I mean, the variations on Klinks are pretty high, and with that, you are able to take towers quickly and snowball out of control. In addition to that, Klinks gives you a lot more push, so it goes well with the kind of lineup Planet Dog was thinking about. Honestly, his Klinks pick, I'm gonna favor Planet Dog. That was a really good pick. The execution gonna be a bit harder for Penta eSports because they do rely much more on the team fighting. So, I'm running for Planet Dog in this one. Who's your preferred draft here?
Well, actually, I would agree with you on this one, and Klinks got a little bit buffed as far as I remember.
Well, not really a buff. It was more of a rework. They increased the cooldown of his ultimate, but also increased the duration. Depends on who you ask. They think it's a buff or a nerf.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. But this hero is very amazing in that terms that he can kill both. Actually, Witch Doctor will die in a matter of seconds to a couple of hits. Also, Klinks is a potential Orchid builder. So for Puck it may be an issue, for Lina it may be an issue. From side of Penta it will be really hard to deal with Planet Dog lineup.
The thing here is that Klinks probably, if he does build an Orchid, if they do build an Orchid, most likely in the Queen of Pain, because the Klinks does need a BKB ASAP this game, otherwise the sacking and the Lina are going to destroy him. So most likely they'll go for the recent build that we've been seeing on who was Resolution, where you build Desolator early, maybe Solar Crest if you don't do well in the lane, and then you build up into a BKB plus Hurricane Pike or Dragonlance Hurricane Pike or Blink Dagger, depending on what your preference is, and then build Bloodthorn very late game if needed, because of course you already have one in the Queen of Pain, typical Village Orchid lane. But
yeah, actually, completely forgot about this. That's actually interesting. I was mistaken about trialing from the side of Penta. They are going for more casual things, and DNZ going to roam around the map, maybe try to get something.
It's what poor companion owners do when they don't have the cool scouts, so they just dogs out. Anyway, the pause is finally finishing, and we're gonna see the teams finally going into the game. Let's see what Penta eSports and Planet Dog are bringing to the table. We're gonna start presenting the teams. Planet Dog is gonna be on the Radiant side, and they're gonna be running the Earthshaker and the off-lane position played here by 33. Kaiser will be the Queen of Pain in the mid lane, as the Kling Swift Ending will be running his favorite hero in the carry position, and the two supports will be the Warlock played by J4 and the Night Stalker played by Milan. We have for Penta eSports.
For Penta, we got Skeeter playing Lifestealer on the carry position, Blazeman, Lina, mid lane, Puck, Boogie, Sanking DNZ, and Jabs as support Witch Doctor position 5.
So, we're going to be seeing a lot of magical damage here for the Penta eSports. Running the Lina and the Puck combination in addition to a Sanking, that plus the Malefice can be a very powerful early game combination to get a bunch of kills and harass the Klinks heavily. However, if they don't get the 5 versus 5 engagement they're looking for, and if Planet Dog does do a lot of ratting, they could get a huge advantage in this game, especially because of how easily the Klinks takes objectives. I mean, you don't really need to even win a team fight. Just kill one person, the Klinks can just destroy a tower with a strafe and his searing arrows.
Yeah, actually, we may see a lot of split pushing because even a 4-man from Planet Dog with Golem seems insanely strong, and maybe Swift Ending will take advantage of that. As you said, towers are melting under his hits, so...
I mean, you do have the Golem, you have the Earthshaker as well, so the team fight's not bad on Planet Dog. It could be a 4 versus 5 kind of thing where in the beginning, trying to take advantage of the Queen of Pain power as well. Yeah, I mean, the options here are pretty good for these teams. I mean, it's a good, versatile lineups after casting so much in America. It's nice to see it. Be very complete in both sides. Hard to determine who's going to win at each stage of the game. In fact, they're actually quite equal. Except maybe the late game where Klink starts getting an upper hand against the Lifestealer, but Lina might be able to win this out. In the bottom lane, Warlock they can't really harass him too much. In fact, Swift Ending is almost destroying Boogie. That Shadow Ward deals a lot of damage to him, and with this J4, being forced to just retreat a bit, not losing too much in this lane.
Well, Pack actually gone for double pack of Tangles. He was prepared for a very tough lane. Well, that's the thing against Klinks. Meanwhile, Kun is running away from Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor skilled Maledict on level 1, ready to mess with poor Earthshaker. He got his boots, he got still 3 jungles. He can pull soon, but instead, I was surprised. So Milan won't appear on any lane, won't steal XP from anywhere. He can for Iron Talent, and he's jungling. We haven't seen jungling Night Stalker for a very long time.
Yeah, it's. I mean, a position of 4 Night Stalker sometimes go into the jungle to utilize it, but it's not as often that they go like straight up Iron Talon and go into the jungle. I like this build. I used to like a lot back when Puppy made it, pretty much, where you just start off with a lot of levels, get to minute 4 with at least level 4 with jungling Night Stalker, and then harass the enemy team heavily from that. You can get some kills on Lina, who has no escape mechanisms, and with the help of Kaiser, it should be easy to kill Blazemon. It should work out for Planet Dog. I mean, Milan is one of his best heroes, is the Night Stalker, so he has a lot of experience on this hero. He doesn't know how to take advantage of the extra experience and gold he's gonna.
I mean, not a single lane does need any help from Night Stalker, so why not go for Iron Talon and get free XP, free gold? Why not with Klinks on the lane and Warlock, as you mentioned in the very beginning, they don't care. Even though there is constantly presence of 2 heroes on the off lane, DNZ tries to get some XP here. Boogie, again with a lot of tangles, he was prepared for a top lane. So if Tangy is not experiencing any kind of issues, he also got 8 tangles. It feels like a waste right now. Maybe he expected something tougher on his lane, but Boogie can't really do anything with him.
Yeah, Boogie can't really go close to the Klinks. Even though he's expecting a lot of harassment, the way Swiftending is playing is not so much securing lasses, but just pushing and bullying the puck out of the lane. Not the best of plays if you consider it, but since he's already being the lifestealer anyway, pushing the puck and forcing him to get less experience is not a bad idea. And the tangos from the puck are not working wonders because the Klinks just keeps out harassing him. That Searing Arrows damage is too good, especially because you don't aggro any of the creeps. Poor Boogie, look, he can't even get close to the lane. And it is a good way to play Klinks. It's a good way to take advantage of your early game. Now, 33 in the top lane. Maledict onto him. They can't kill him. The open wound's already dealt a lot of damage. Maledict, one last tick. And yeah, wait for it, as the Witch Doctor says. Goodbye to the Earthshaker.
Too much of damage. Maledict is a very underrated spell mostly, especially in the pubs.
I mean, he's getting 2 levels of it. It's the very aggressive Witch Doctor build. Not even getting a single level of Voodoo Restoration. You know the Earthshaker cannot bother you in lane, so you go for full damage and utilize a high base attack damage hero, like a Lifestealer plus a Witch Doctor, to destroy someone with low mobility, in this case the Earthshaker.
Yeah, he's also aware of the fact that Milan won't appear anywhere before the night, before he will get level 4, so he got nothing to be afraid of. So why not go for this aggressive build? Some evil plans from side of Planet Dog and poor Boogie. Didn't he suffer enough? Just a bit of drawing on map from Milan.
Great. typical nice banter between the players. As always, completely not offensive to anyone. And now the frog start. Penta eSports, thank you for giving us such great entertainment during the... Hopefully... game's on pause soon. We'll see though. We'll see, because right now Penta eSports, they are not really hard pressed to win the lanes too much, even though they are giving a lot of farm to the Klinks and the Queen of Pain especially. They're not that concerned because of course the mid game is still a bit of an advantage to them, just if they get their basic items. You don't rely so much on the Blink Dagger, and if you're on a puck you already have mobility. Lalina also doesn't rely too much on her core items to be relevant, whereas the Earthshaker does rely on this Blink Dagger to be able to properly onto a team fight. Maybe force that mid-game team fights as long as the Queen of Pain can't do too much damage. Snowball from there instead of playing too aggressively now, maybe losing goal.
Actually, what's interesting that maybe I get a thought that maybe Jabs will rotate to mid lane to defend his Lina, because there is finally a nighttime and Night Stalker moves with Kun. They should realize that there is a very dangerous time, and yeah, he's actually moving, but will he die instead? Oh, he revealed a smoke, yet he escapes. He's running away. There is no shrine up. Casket, Maledict, no follow-up. Missed Fisher, Jabs. Will he survive? Oh, time for Milan to run. No Laguna in the face. And the first gank for Night Stalker. Wasted smoke. Wasted time.
Level 5 on the Lina, and a great positioning there by the Witch Doctor. If you notice how he turned the corner very, very sharply. Had he turned it just a less sharply, it seems like a dumb thing because it's just an efficiency, but the fact they turned so sharply made it so Night Stalker couldn't chase him. Now Kaiser though being Burrow Striked in, Light Strike Array, Laguna's Blade not available there because she's still level 5, and Kaiser might be able to bite back. Sonic Wave plays, Mon will go down. She has no mana, but Milan has been helping him get away here with another Void. DNC tries to get her with a Sandstorm, not enough range, my friend, and Milan helping her to get the kill in the mid lane, also saving her life. Queen of Pain plays aggressively and plays it right.
That was actually great how Planet Dog took advantage of the higher level on Queen of Pain and on the bottom for Boogie. Finally met his molester. Finally met Swiftending. Maybe they expected this sinking actually on mid lane. So it was easy to bait Lina into the skill. She was almost under the tower, and Milan was there just in time.
I mean, Milan kind of helped there, but like I said, the difference in levels really made the difference. Milan, of course, was going around helping this mid lane because that's the objective, but Blazemon joining in with that Laguna's Blade, also a bit of a mistake by the guys at Penta. They got a bit too aggressive, the Sanking was in a great position, but they could not utilize it well because of the lack of Laguna's Blade. And now DNZ, in a terrible position this time, Nice Talker will just finish him off. Milan even has a haste rune, so good luck escaping from this guy. And now he's going to go to the bottom lane, see if they can get a kill on the puck. Try to utilize his haste room best he can, or maybe even better, rotate to the mid lane and get another kill on that Lina.
It's actually interesting. Puck got 3 points in silence. Haven't seen this for quite a while. I'm not sure if it is a common build for Puck in the offlane, because I thought mostly Pucks are maxing out Orb. Yet here is going for more utility, or what's the purpose of this?
Well, yeah, like you said, your utility is pretty much the thing. The duration increases, you know, the damage is pretty much the same, but the duration increases. And he hasn't really been able to use Illusory Orb to farm in the lane. I think Boogie is relegating himself to more of a utility role. Balance though, oh no, poor guy. There's no ways escaping this. Crippling Fear makes sure that there's no Illusory Orb there. And yeah, the fact that he has to play so aggressively, that's maybe because of the build he went for. I don't know if it was the best build here, because Illusory Orb does help you get last hits, especially in the offlane. And Waning Rift is way too low range to last hits with.
Well, he didn't go for any kind of mana regen. He doesn't have bottle, for example. Sometimes Pucks are going bottle and offlane, so they will be able to spam orb if the situation is really tough. Yep. But probably they heavily rely on this silence from Puck, because all heroes from side of Planet Dog, they really want to use their spells, and as soon as they are silenced, they're kind of screwed. That's what I should say.
And the zero cast point is very useful against someone like Shaker for the I mean, the Echo Slam is always sooner, but the Waning Rift can come after.
Yeah, but I would understand if it would have been like an early Blink Dagger, for example, on Boogie, but it won't happen anyway, and he may experience he may get a little bit of troubles with that. He can't really farm right now because probably silence is not the best way to farm. He still didn't manage to get his level 6, nowhere close to his Blink Dagger, so not that much of a utility from his silence. Meanwhile, Kaiser getting body striked on. Blazeman trying to be away. They found him with a courier and the double kill. They're managing to burst down. DNZ jabs -3. Unfortunately, dive.
That was a really good play with the courier. Making sure that they could find the Lina, especially, who's diving a bit too much. And with that, they're really punishing Penta eSports. And yeah, like you were saying, the Puck had a bit of trouble in the laning stage, but he can recover. What they're expecting really, Penta, I can tell, is that at least this build signifies that they're waiting for the aggression from Planet Dog. Waning Rift usually is grabbed when you're thinking that any enemy team is going to overextend, and you think they're going to be so aggressive you can just punish them with Waning Rift because they're going to overextend and play their cards wrong. However, in this case, the guys that are overextending are Penta eSports, especially this Lina, who is not only destroyed in the middle lane, but also harassed consistently when she goes for kills. And now Boogie is not going to be silenced. Swift still committing to this kill with a Shadow Word, a lot of damage, Strafe used, Searing Arrows as well. Boogie cannot evade any of the damage. Oh, the phase shift actually evades 2 whole arrows, and that's enough to save Boogie. Swift is now stuck with a Dream Coil, tries to get out of the range of the tower. Light Strike Array will miss him, and he'll be able to walk away, maybe not, as the dust hits him. Swift is a bit slowed, but that's a level 2 Skeleton Walk. That's pretty fast, clinks regardless, and he's able to just walk it off as the enemy team is not committing to this kill. Nice Talker now comes in to the Queen of Pain, Veil Discord. They catch the poor Lina. She's been silenced. She can't use any spells. Paralyzing Cats does not bounce onto Kaiser, and in comes Swift again to get the kill on the Lina. The Searing Arrows are enough damage. The silence, though, is a bit annoying for Swift. They already get the kill on Witch Doctor, and with this, the low movement speed on Penta is really harassing them. Another silence to the Puck, the blink offensively, and the poor Puck cannot make it to the Bounty Rune in time. It's not like it would have made much of a difference. They just laughed him right off. 10 kills now for Planet Dog, and Penta eSports are between a rock and a hard place, unable to know what to do.
I was watching at the I was looking at the Puck cool down on the phase shift under the tower I was like, oh please, can you make it? Can you make it? And he made it, and then he came back. Yes, there was a Lina with dust. They were ready to get the clings, but too much of a fun from Swift ending. He also got Power Threads, so he's not that thin anymore. He also got his Dark Pact on, so it was really hard to burst him down, especially with the level 1 Laguna Blade. I didn't even see. Did he catch Laguna? Or it was on the...
No, he did not. I don't got a chance to. Because he got silenced really early. Or He did in the beginning of the team fight, I'm actually unsure now. Could have been. It didn't have an impact regardless. That's for sure. It is level 1 Laguna. You want to get the whole combo off, and he definitely did not get the combo off. Milan? TP in time. I mean, it's the mobility maybe that Planet Dog has. In that team fight, they were just dancing around the enemy team, using the Blink for the Queen of Pain much more usefully. The Lina wasn't really able to use her Fire Soul stacks too much. In fact, she went for a couple levels Life Stack Array early on, so instead of like maybe 1 or 2 levels of Fire Soul, making her movement speed a bit less. And similar to the Clinks, can also dance around them with Skeleton Walk, and there's not much you can do to really stop them, because your stun on the Witch Doctor is only a 1-second stun. So if you don't get to bounce with the Paralyzing Cask, you're pretty much set. That's it. You're done. GG. And the Sanking was nowhere in sight to help you out as well.
Actually, what's interesting, Clink is going for...
Oh, the Eternal Energy build. Ooh, Soul Ring of Valor and Courage. I like that build very much. It gives you a lot more relevance in the end.
Yeah, also it's really great to help your teammates who are being chased down by Lifestealer, for example. Also, you almost don't feel any damage from Witch Doctor, Death Ward yet. We won't see Death Ward anytime soon. Witch Doctor is only level 4 right now.
Nicer. Life Strike Array. Not gonna really fall. I mean, do you see how weak that is, though? The fact that, like you said, the Witch Doctor, he's a low level, so is the Sanking. They're both level 4, actually. If you compare to the enemy supports, the Warlock and the Night Stalker are both level 7. Their ganking potential is much, much higher. And Milan can actually dive these towers and utilize even his flying to escape. They're going to use a TP. That's clever, because they like the TP and then they go with a bomb down bottom. But regardless, they can't even defend this tower against the Clinks. You're going to start giving the Clinks a lot more objective taking, which is exactly what you don't want to be happening for.
Well, they also know that there are already golems up, all kinds of the combo wolves are up on Planet Dog, and getting on a 5-on-5 fight is pure suicide for Penta right now. They are underfarmed, underleveled, they don't have their very important spells, they don't have Epicenter Sanking, they got no Death Ward on Witch Doctor, and this actually looks very grim. They could try to push, but their pushing potential is not that good as from the Planet Dog side due to the Clinks. Lina is very underfarmed, nowhere close to her Bloodstone. And they may rely on some kind of a pickoffs, because with Epicenter or with the Infest Bomb they can burst down, well, Warlock? maybe Kun. But problem is that right now with Golems, Planet Dog are 5-manning. Well, only Milan is scouting out, but he's a badass guy. He doesn't care. I mean, his team doesn't need him.
If you're a Night Stalker, you get a lot of early game. I mean, it's really hard. They have a hard time killing you, and they might even just use a lot of resources on a stupid Night Stalker, which is not that useful. Worst case scenario, he uses Darkness, flies away, and there's not enough vision to actually get him out. So right now, Milan is playing a really, really good Night Stalker. He's given him a lot of space. Swift Ending is able to take towers easily now, and now they can even threaten with just a position for support. I mean, there's 5 guys at Penta, and they're even playing defensively, not just jumping on the Night Stalker, because every time they've done this until now, it has gone badly for them. They didn't actually have enough damage. However, in terms of net worth, we do see Lifestealer still being, up there with the Clinks. He has the armlet. Like you said, they could go for Infest Bombs and try to get those ganks. But it's a bit hard when the enemy team has so much control right now, especially with the Earthshaker getting closer and closer to his Blink Dagger. And of course, a Clinks dealing a ridiculous amount of damage that Lifestealer might not be able to do.
Well, Infest Bomb is up. Boogie got his Blink Dagger, and maybe that's the turning point in this fight, in this game. Penta are in position. Oh, and they found poor Boogie. Oh, Dream Coil. Kaiser being bursted immediately. Golems follow up. Will he blink away? Laguna right in the face. Witch Doctor. Any kind of a follow up. Milan simply flies away, and they can't do anything with this. Literally, he just flew over the cliff, said goodbye, and flew away. They don't have anything to catch him right now. Well, it was important to kill Queen of Pain, but they committed quite a lot on the side of Penta.
Worth it though. I think that was a good kill on the Queen of Pain. You gotta balance things out. You slow the Orchid, now you even take a Tower Blaze. Mom with double damage, taking advantage of it pretty well. And the Warlock even was forced to use his Golem, and that Golem was not worth it whatsoever. So let's see if they can catch at least Swift Ending. They don't have sentries though. Normal as a reward. And that is gonna be a tower being brought down now at Penta, equaling the score a bit in terms of tower gold. And let's see if they at least, the guys from Planet Dog can get a counter kill maybe on DNZ. No, the Earthshaker's a bit unsure about this. He has no event there's anyone around him. Yeah, I'll walk away.
Maybe Planet Dog need to calm down a bit. They don't have their golems. And Warlock is going for Drums of Endurance. They They will 5-man a lot, they will push a lot, move fast, and they're taking advantage of not a very high mobility from side of Penta, especially the only lockdown and DNZ get ambushed with Landing Kun and Milan. And as soon as Silence... Actually, this Night Stalker can come on any lane with Swift Ending and kill anyone. Even with this Silence in level 1. He can come to Skitter and say, "Hi Skitter!" 6 hits from Clinks and Skitter will be dead most likely.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the medallion build works so well on him. He's not even getting Solar Crest to finish off it, because the Solar Crest medallion difference is not that big anymore. You only get -3 extra armor, which is not that big the Solar Crest. But now with the Desolator especially, the Lifestealer is gonna melt, and there's nothing you can do. Neither can the Lina, for example, because the Lina, for example, relies on Fiery Soul, but if you Void her, and you easily... If you Void her and you also Crippling Fear her, then that's a complete destruction of the guys, anyone really at Penta eSports. Nice Stalker though. The easy thing to do is kill him. Darkness to take away the vision. Goes, flies up to the high ground, and can they catch him in time? He's like a ward there, tries to heal up with the urn. That Dream Coil put him in a difficult position, but Milan's actually surviving. There goes the puck with a Blink Dagger. They're going to still commit to this, and the Silence Night Stalker will end up going down. A really good play by Milan to get a lot of time there, but at the end, he had to go down regardless. But in exchange, they at least take a tower in the mid lane. Ends up being a pretty worthwhile trade for Planet Dog.
Well, that was a lot of space by Milan. Question is, will we see BKB on Clinks? There are plenty of things to dodge from side of Penta. There is a burst from Lina, there is silence from Puck, Epicenter, even Casket may be annoying. So, question is, how Swift Ending prefers to play this? So, right now he's going for Desolator. He will be able to kill anyone from side of Penta in a matter of couple of hits. Okay, well, not couple. If it is a lifesteal of 5-6 probably with Dark Pact. What he will go, which item will he pick up next? That's a question for me, because I'm not a Clinks player and I can't really make a prediction, but I mean, what is it going to be?
BKB this game seems almost like a given, because you really do need the resistance, right? We already saw in Resolution. I just keep quoting that because Resolution's been playing a lot of Clinks recently, especially in the Galaxy Battles tournament. We saw Resolution just with BKB being able to extinguish almost a whole team, just simply BKB, Clinks, and Desolator. That's all you need. So that might be what we see here for the Clinks here. Before that, they're gonna kill this Puck. They have to waste a golem if they want to kill him in time. He should be able to evade this damage though. Oh, there's just a bit of harassment. Boogie, they're giving him a false sense of security. Clink's just following him through, you know? And there you go, Strafe used, Illusory Orb. Can he actually jaunt enough time? Swift Ending is gonna give up on this kill, deciding it was enough, you know? He could have skeleton blocked and got in front of him and whatnot, but why bother with a Puck? He could have just counter killed you with the Dream Coil, Waiting Rift. So I like the defensive plays here. Don't overextend if you're winning already.
Actually, Planet Dog played it very smart. They probably tried to bait Illusory Orb on Puck first, and with the bonds, there was no possibility for Puck to blink away while Swift Ending was chasing him. But that's actually true. They don't know who is behind this Puck. They don't see anyone. And their whole Penta squad is farming in jungle. So there could have been a random Lina or Lifestealer or anyone unpleasant. So probably better not to lose it. Advantage and...
It's the risk-reward thing that a lot of pro players forget. And you get that when you have a lot of experience, which is, okay, should I go for the skill? Right, what is it worth it? If I do get it, what do I get? And if I don't get it and they happen to be behind them, what are the chances of that happening? And once you learn to evaluate that, you can tell. Because, of course, Planet Dog's team might be new, but the players themselves are very experienced in at least in the Tier 2 European scene. Anyone who's watched ProDota Cup for a couple seasons will know them. Or any other Tier 2 Dota 2 tournament. Let's see. Milan with the smoke. Sanking himself has the Lifestealer on the side. Milan's going to go in, and this is a very, very high risk, high reward. Play. Oh, beautiful stun by the Earthshaker. Now the Golem comes down, and they do get a triple stun, but the guys at Penta eSports actually managing to come back at this with a great Dream Coil, stopping Milan, and also the Night Stalker together with the Queen of Pain. Swift Ending fought himself alone, and here, what are you really going to do against 3 following you? The Dust's ready, and Blazemon will stop Swift Ending from running away with his invisibility, trying to use the Vision of Roshan. Oh, evades the Light Strike Array. Swift Ending is still pretty quickly. The Skeleton can catch him in time. Skinner can't do so. A second Dust is used, and they say, Skinner, where are you going? It's your graveyard day. And with that, Penta eSports will be taking that final kill, only leaving the Warlock alive after this engagement.
Finally, they managed to punish Planet Dog for their aggression. They were ready. It was a beautiful Dream Coil by Boogie. And Casket actually was very, very great. He got finally 4 points in Casket. And what was very important, as for me, Klinks was not with his team. He was really far. He was farming Ancients, so it took him quite a while before he managed to get, and when he was already there, Kaiser died first, I think. They managed to burst him down very fast. There was no damage from Queen of Pain, no damage at all, and even though golems were popped, it didn't result in anything.
Oh.
Because no damage, no follow-up.
I mean, yeah, the issue was, like you said, there was a lot of stuns, but the stuns didn't really do much because the Klinks was actually in a really bad position in that team fight, and they Dog fought there with a lot of confidence, but like I said, the risk was too great there because they didn't have enough offensive vision. In fact, you were fighting close to a ward by Penta eSports, so the second that they moved to the low ground and the second they moved away from the shrine, it was easy to just cancel you. But in addition to that, we saw a great Waning Rift plus Dream Coil from the puck, which stopped the initiation from the guys at Dog convincingly. That's not bad, and they're gonna go for a second try. This time the Night Stalker joining in. The objective is a Sanking, but they can't block his Blink Dagger in time, and it does seem like Penta eSports does not want to fight this again, thinking that the first win was just a... Let's see if that's the case, because right now, the guys at Dog are very eager on trying to form a team fight, trying to get some farm onto the Screen of Pain, trying to show off that Orchid Malevolence as well. But they don't have the Warlock Golem. They do have the Echo Slime. Maybe that's the only really good spell they have right now. And Penta eSports on the other hand, maybe want to show off the Epicenter. The Blink Dagger not ready, or sorry, ready on TNZ now, which means that they are able to get a much easier initiation and of course an easier lifestealer.
What is also very important, Kaiser was on top of the network for a very long time. He's still there, but Lina, who was 2k gold behind him all the time after that fight on Dire Shrine, managed to get her Bloodstone, 16 charges, and now she's only 500 gold away. That's really important. She also got Yules. She's ready to deal with Orchid from Queen of Pain. Will Planet Dog check Roche or not? Question. They got golems, they got everything. Could have been a great fight, yet Penta eSports are smoking right into the Roche pit. Getting the first stages for Skitter. Oh, for Blazeman. They're not afraid. That's Lifestealer. May die. What's also very important, Planet Dog will try to wipe off Blazeman as soon as possible. He deals quite a lot of damage, and while you can easily kite Lifestealer, Blazeman is able to deal a lot of damage and a lot of burst. So securing his life in a fight is very important. We already saw what happened to Planet Dog in a previous fight when Kaiser didn't manage to cast anything when he got wiped, you know, with Laguna in the face, if I remember. And finally he goes for BKB. And maybe we'll see the same for Klinks. Klinks is also going for BKB. They realized that life is tough without BKB.
I mean, you're up against a lineup that deals mainly magical damage. The only physical damage is from a Lifestealer, and you have a really high armor and Klinks anyway. One of the, the best agility game in the game. One of the heroes that has it. The 3.3 per level, that magical 3/3 lumber. And with that, the Lifestealer has a really hard time beating you, because even though you do have a decent amount of health because of your Death Pact, it's not enough for the Lifestealer feast to actually have an impact on you, and your high armor really prevents most of his damage. So they're relying a lot on the laner right now to really beat the Klinks, either be it by stuns, because everyone else has stuns, and stop him in the team fight, or by the absolute burst damage. They'll go for the BKB, prevent it completely, and also prevent the stuns. However, Dream Coil, he doesn't have BKB just yet, and it does stop him right now with the Infest Bomb. Swift Ending will be going down to the damage Penta eSports has, and without him, they don't want to fight. The guys at Planet Dog are going to retreat back to the base. Penta is looking much better now.
Yeah, finally they managed to rehabilitate, and at first it was something like 4k advantage for Planet Dog. Now it's slowly going down. Penta managed to finish the whole top lane, except for Braxis, of course, without any kind of resistance from side of Planet Dog. And Planet Dog didn't even manage to take the tier 1. Finally things are looking grim for them. Even though lanes were so good. And this combo wombo from side of Penta, then Dream Coil, and finally Blazeman actually doing a lot of things. It feels like Planet Dog will try to dodge all the fights unless they will get their BKB, or unless they will go for some kind of a kill. Milan for stuffing himself away. Boogie Where are you going, dear friend? You'll stop the right there. Oh, he's trapping himself on the cliff. Yet there's a voice staff on Puck. Milan tries to save himself. That's the second time. Once he's doing that, but unfortunately it's not helping anymore. Dream Coil is still up on Puck. Scepter came just in time. Oh, Skitter. There was a first staff on Milan, and now Skitter got greedy and he's stuck on the high ground. And cooldown on the TP for 40. And there is actually not a single force star from side of Penta. He trapped himself on the high ground for a minute. Oh, poor Skitter.
Yeah, that infest bomb. I mean, they got killed on Ice Stalker. It was not really that worth it. So you could have been farming this whole time with Life Stealer. But hey, you know, he said, sure, it's still a kill. Buggy would actually be dying down here to 33, who comes in with an Echo Slam, and I assume, yeah, Echo Slam, and with the amount of damage that Airshaking could put in, can still kill a Puck. That's a really good kill. In fact, that's actually a more important kill than the Night Stalker, and the Life Stealer being here is really useless right now. Last Strike Array, catches the Clinks though, they have the Dust ready. Laguna's Blade also committed to this. He has to use the Epicenter, but they had actually no need for that DNC, who thought that the Clinks would just swap the Trides of Strength, and start running away. But of course the Clinks doesn't actually have that much HP. So again, magical damage, very, very brutal.
Great pickles by Penta. Clinks still didn't manage to get his BKB and he's quite far from it, yet Kaiser, he's ready for a fight, he is ready with his BKB and tier 2 mid lane, who are they searching for. Blazeman is ready with Aegis, he's also going for BKB, that's interesting. Well, I guess that's mainly to survive against Shaker, because for Silence he got Mules, Golems are still going through BKB. Also it grants him a bit of tankiness, Ogre Club gives quite a bit of strength. They're already on top lane, yet no Epicenter on Senki.
Yeah, because he just wasted it in the bottom lane, and they're not going to find the Kaiser in the end, which ends up being pretty beneficial for Planet Dog. And Kaiser survives another team fight, goes to live another day, has the BKB already ready, and they can wait for the Klinkstock to grab his own BKB until they fight again, which is probably what they're waiting for right now. There's no point in really fighting with a Klink's BKB, as the magical damage in the lane is starting to be too great. It's too easy to get the combo with Yule Scepter, and with that, Dire Courier actually dies to Milan. He was in the enemy base for absolutely no reason and decided to kill the courier, snipe it, and they're gonna actually go in with a smoke gank and no BKB. This might cost him. There's the Infest Bomb onto the Earthshaker. He has the Echo Stun. No, in 17 seconds, Skitter will be able to get the skill. And the guys at, oh no, the guys at Planet Dog are stuck with a Dream Coil. Kaiser uses BKB. There's the Golem. The goal is the Life Stealer, but the lane is dealing a lot of damage. J4 will go down together with Skitter, and they will die together. Support for carry, that's really not worth it, as the Witch Doctor starts to dance. Doesn't really deal much damage to Milan. It seems like Penta eSports were not ready for this team fight, and even without those BKBs, just a one simple BKB on the Queen of Pain was good enough to stop the lane of damage.
Well, I guess Planet Dog were kind of prepared for this gank from Penta due to the courier dying near the secret shop they knew, Milan, initiating on Blazeman. Blazeman still got Yule Scepter, so he's not really afraid of anything. What was important, in my opinion, it felt like Penta thought that Earthshaker got his Echo Slam, yet it was on a cooldown, and he was... Let's stay true here, let's be honest. Earthshaker is not doing that much, like Fisher, a great thing, yeah, I'm not arguing with that, but with Echo Slam, he can win the fight almost solely, and Penta committed quite a lot. If we like get a retrospective back like 2 minutes or so, or 1 minute, DNZ was running through 4 heroes from side of Planet Dog, and he could choose any kind of a target, but from all of them, he chose Earthshaker, who didn't have his Echo Slam even. Maybe that was a big mistake.
No, but that's not true, because the Earthshaker had the Echo Slam in 10 seconds in the team fight. He would have been able to use it. The targeting was okay. The issue was then that they got kited. Yeah, that's a good fight, Jason. I mean, he got kited with when he was fighting the Queen of Pain, and then Skitter literally actually mistoggled. That was a big thing. He mistoggled his armlet trying to run away, and he died really soon. It seems like he just got popped, right? And you're like, oh, there's so much burst damage in Planet Dog. He just wait, no. He actually mistoggled, and armlet got deactivated halfway through. And of course, the Clinks, when he does seize you with that armlet, or Queen of Pain is able to kill you. It's not that big a deal. I think the Life Stealer can still come back into this game. The only issue is that once the Clinks get the BKB, and he does have it, the team fight's going to become much harder for you. And the Life Stealer is going to be able to, or going to have to go against the Clinks. And even with just the Heaven's Halberd, to stop the Clinks' damage to some degree. He's still not able to kill him off, which is a big deal. Okay, Icer forced to use BKB. Now goes against the Sand King. Orchid, easy kill. The Earthshaker has to go in with the Echo Slam. Catches two. The mid and the offlaner can keep kill off Blazemon. Is unable to, has to go into the trees. Now Milan, careful. Skitter is destroying him. They force staff him to safety. And Milan should be able to walk away safely unless the Death Ward kills him. Nah, Jabs actually went for a very dangerous Death Ward there. And it's not going to help him out at all. With the Earthshaker, the Blink Dagger, the Shadow Blade, he could follow up and try to get a kill here, but there's not much point with the Echo Slam available. And of course, the Clinks already uses BKB, so does the Queen of Pain. This is not the time to fight. And with the enemy shrine now being used, it's actually Penta eSports who wants to continue this team fight. Jabs, being found out early. Void uses the Ghost Scepter, stops the Clinks damage, and he's been silenced. But now the Golem comes out. The final ultimate they had, Heaven's Halberd, hits the Clinks, and they wanted to start him to destroy him. The Dream Coil pops, and they're able to finish him off. 33, the next target. They try to force them to safety, but aren't unable to. Boogie, meanwhile, is able to get a double kill there with that Warlock stunned out. They actually don't kill him off. Why are they not killing him off? Boogie's missing his illusory orb. They go on to J4, like, okay, finally destroy this Warlock, silenced, but J4 surviving. Boogie will get that final auto attack, and with that, the guys at Penta eSports able to kill 3 out of 5 in the Planet Dog team. Kaiser survives, but hey, very bad team by Planet Dog. No BKBs, only one ultimate ready. That was a questionable play.
Yeah, probably they should have backed off there. They got their kills. They didn't have BKBs available, and Blazemon was still alive, and that was really important. And also they shrined up. Shrine was ready. They came back with the full HP while Planet Dog committed a lot of spells, and they were almost out of mana, if I remember correctly. Actually, Queen of Pain is going for Salt Kiros. Time to deal with minus ammo from Lifestealer. They found Milan. Shrine is up. He's flying high in the sky. Skitter coming. All for stuffing himself away. Yet Blazemon is really fast with his Boots of Travel and use Laguna, and Milan is chilling in the tavern for quite a while.
Yeah, with that, Milan is... I mean, he's now trying to get vision, but of course, right now dying when you're so close to the Aghanims, you're only 1,500 away. And it's best to just stay in the jungle a bit, utilize your... Oh, you don't have an iron. Well, utilize your natural farming potential and try to get a couple kills, or a couple... enough gold to finish off your Aghanims before the next team fight. It's quite important right now, and I mean, they are going in, they just used the Death Pact, it's a lot of damage for the Clinks, and he has BKB. This should be an easy kill, unless the Burrow Strike comes in! A beautiful prediction! That Sand King stops initiation, but in they go, with the Echo Slam, still catches out the Life Dealer. Skitter is able to survive most of the damage, and they actually stop the Queen of Pain from doing anything thanks to a great Dream Coil. Kaiser is able to blink away last second. What is the Clinks done this engagement? Absolutely nothing. The Infest Bomb comes in, Skitter with the Heaven's Halberd knows he can fight the Clinks to the end of the days, and with a Yule Scepter, where are you going, Clinks? Down, away, and broken bones, says the skeleton, as he's unable to kill anyone or do much of this team fight, but is destroyed regardless. Blazemon now finishing off J4, easy kill, and with this, they're able to take the Roshan without much of a fuss, as everyone in Planet Dog is dead except for a Queen of Pain.
That was an amazing, not even a guess, I think, but this 3-man Burrow Strike on everyone.
Oh, that was 100% a guess, because they were smoked.
Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was actually amazing, and even though DNZ sacrificed himself in this fight, they actually managed to win this. There were actually no golems up. Yeah, golems are still on the cooldown, yet sudden initiation by Earthshaker would have been lethal and Roche Pit for Penta eSports, but DNZ, hero of the day.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I don't know if he just... I didn't see the smoke. I can't tell if they saw the smoke. Maybe they had a ward there that just expired, but I didn't see a ward earlier. So if that was just his sixth sense tingling, that was fantastic. Maybe he did see someone, because they did... No, because that ward doesn't even reach. So I actually don't understand how he did that. That's fantastic. I mean, it was obvious because they weren't on the map and they could have scanned and whatnot, but it was still obviously the prediction. So you know the Clinks is there. And you can tell DNZ is predicting a lot of things as he just dusted the random ground here, thinking Clinks might be around, just because, you know. And now they're gonna go for the smoke, knowing that it's safe around, and they can get a kill on maybe someone. The Warlock not the best target, but hey, no, why not? It's at least a kill. Force Stab evades the Light Strike Array with the open wounds. Yule Scepters himself up, or no, it's the Pucker. Yule Scepter him up, and that's a prepared kill. Easy kill for the Warlock, or against the Warlock. However,
and they're ready to go high ground. They're ready to go. It's not really a waste. There is no buyback on Warlock, and without golems, they can't really fight against Penta. There is Aegis up on Blazemon, also Cheese for Lifestealer. They're going for a base race, and Tower is falling much faster for Planet Dog. Swift Tending is not hitting the tower, even though he got a Desolator. Finally, he comes on the high ground. Blazemon, Boogie, He pressed his BKB and he's dying. What? What?
Okay. Well, Kaiser's gonna do the same thing, try to sacrifice himself for the racks, and he's at least gonna be able to TP away, right? No, they didn't see him. Wow, that's unfortunate. Blinked right before the Queen of Pain. That you'll set her up. But anyway, that is gonna be racks for racks. Oh, the creeps! Yeah, one last hit will take him down. Oh no, did Milan? Oh my god, did he just try to deny the melee racks? Oh, you can't deny those, man. Not only is that a bad play, regardless, even if you gave denied gold. That was, you don't deny those, you can't deny those. I just give
You don't deny melee Rexes, that's for sure. They threw their bodies on the Rexes on the top lane, they managed to finish off melee once, but they lost Klinks, and Klinks is with 7 seconds of BKB, and his BKB is melting, and that's actually very dangerous. Probably against their lineup, it's better to finish as soon as you can. And here comes the Echo Slam. Kaiser, Sonic Wave, vaporizing Blazeman. Blazeman is dead. Skitter still got the cheese. Cheese is on a cooldown. Blazeman fighting back. Laguna on the Shaker. Shaker is dead. Jab's trying to fly away. Kaiser stunned. Still got a blink. Blazeman trying to TP away. Didn't happen. Finally a turn. They keep the chasing Boogie. Boogie is silenced. Milan flying high in the sky. Buying a lot of time. Will he survive here? No, Kaiser, and they're losing Gem. That's actually a disaster for them. Boogie should leave as much as he can, but there is no use. And Gem for Night Stalker with Aghanim Scepter. Bye-bye Vision. Milan immediately getting all the cash. Milan, that's a word. 100 additional gold. Amazing fight from side of Planet Dog. And I really love how Quinn is playing Earthshaker. This amazing Echo Slams just in time, and they caught Lifestealer off guard while he didn't have cheese in his backpack. He was not ready for this initiation.
Exactly. Now, Switending is going to be able to take some towers. The Fire Strike Array. Nope, the BKB stops the Bear Strike as well. Ooh, you thought you were so clever, weren't you, Sandking? Switending just takes the tower, doesn't care. The Epicenter's ready. They know there's no the BKB anymore. Switending, what is he doing? Is committing to this, but he might just die. Laguna's played to finish him up. Kaiser now with a double burst right there. They hit Milan and Kaiser, and Milan is going to be destroyed by the Maledict. They go pull the Queen of Pain up, and they bring her down to a stun. Easy kill. Milan destroys as the Yosef himself. Oh no, they she just saved his life. Oh my. They just saved his life to play with his food. Of course, Penta is just adding some psychological damage. However, they did take a ranged Rex at the very least if you're Planet Dog. This strategy of throwing your bodies against towers is not working for them too well. I don't understand why you need to do that. You can just not throw your bodies and play a team fight, but they're just going and tunnel visioning against those structures.
Oh, finally, buyback from Milan. They realized that they need to defend high ground, but without Queen of Pain it may be problematic. Silence on Skitter. Beware. Not going there, but he got cheese prepared this time, so he got it in the bag. Solarcrest, Fisher, he's blocked away from his team. There is no 4 steps. Here comes initiation from DNZ. Eating cheese. Kun tried to separate it. Here comes the Echo Slam. Blazeman popping BKB, yet Skitter going to be dead, or Kun will die first. Gem of True Sight. Skitter is dead. Milan trying to run away. Swift ending stunned on the very mainly last second. Initiation on Milan. Is it going to be a death of him? Yep. And it's another Ghost Scepter from Sanking. Oh, Warlock is managing to heal off him. Klinks got no BKB. Boros Strike. Is it going to be a death? There is no buyback on Klinks. Wop is still dead. No Echo Slam on the Golems. And nice Stalker up. Meta Rexes meanwhile, they're falling. They should be ready to fight back. Wop will be up in 5. Here comes the Golems. Boogie dropping dangerously low. Yuling himself will be ready to blink away. And time to run for Penta eSports. And I'm not sure if they will be able to catch up. They found Lina, and Lina is dead. He's suiciding himself. That's kind of a decent turn. Silence on Buck. He won't be able to blink. Oh, Sonic Wave. Well, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Boogie. Oh, he's not ready to say goodbye to his life. Blinking away right in the Milan. Running forward. And the Void is finishing him off. No buyback on Boogie. 12 seconds to Lina, 11 seconds to Lifestealer, yet they're losing middle Raxes. DNZ trying to buy a little bit of time. Still get his trophy gem back. Okay, a lot of trades. it's like a roller coaster. You know, it reminds me of some Russian Dota. They're just like running from one side of a map to another. One Rex is another. It's like checkers, you know, this kind of thing. The question is who's going to be more successful in this, because ProDota are placing a dangerous game. You know, they don't have a buyback. They don't have a buyback on Clinks, and these kinds of things where you just throw bodies at Rexes may result very bad, especially if you don't have buyback on your main carries.
I don't fully understand what the strategy is here, or when they came up with this plan of, hey guys, let's just throw all bodies against the Rex. Finally, maybe a team fight is happening. This is much more important. 3-3. Oh, surprise fissure! Goodbye, Lena. Echo slam for the poor Sand King. Lifestealer comes out of him. Sand King comes in. Did not realize the Clinks at BKB. They have to kill him off, but that Ghost Hunter is giving him so much time. Geyser can't finish him off. And even though that started being a great fissure, it ends up being not so great of an engagement because it can't finish off the Lifestealer. However, it's time for the guys at Planet Dog to take down the last tier 2 and finally go for those mega creeps. It's time to throw your bodies one more time at the Rax after you take the shrine, or maybe they're gonna wait for Roshan like a normal team would. Nah, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Milan's already going for the tower. What?
But there are no creeps. There's a backdoor.
What are you doing, Milan, man? I think it's gonna go with Clinks. Clinks can beat the backdoor protection. If they use Strafe, they can definitely beat it, but it's not necessary to do that at all. You can just wait for Roshan and play safely. You have the Roshan advantage anyway because you have a lot better ways to take the Roshan with a Clinks Stenciling. And you also have the superior team fight in there because you have the Warlock Golem in 22 seconds, and of course a Solar Crest on the Warlock. So yeah, just wait for Roshan, use your advantage for a reason, and you've already taken the enemy shrines as well. So they can't really buy back and try to get one of those crazy team fights that Penta loves to fight.
That's actually, you know, it feels like Milan got this kind of a winner's attitude. He already won this game, he's ready to go for towers. Backdoor, no backdoor, doesn't matter. They feel like they got a grip on this game, and this amazing ambush on Lina May did a lot. Actually, they deal us up. She deals quite a lot of damage, especially with the Desolator debuff on opponents. Yet there are 2 Solar Crests from side of Planet Dog. Or only one, finally. Yeah, Clinks kept his Medallion of Courage, and Solar is up on Warlock. Alright, Echo Slam at 9. Maybe time for some kind of a fight.
Well, let's see what Planet Dog wants to do here, because they have no smoke, so... Oh, okay, they do have a smoke. That's much better. That's harder to initiate. Maybe we see another Miracle Burrow Strike here with the Sand King. They should be expecting this, though. There's nobody on the map. I wonder where they might be. Either they're in Roshan or they're smoking up to get you. And considering how this game has gone, they're definitely smoking up to get you. Nice Talk has superior vision. They go into nice the Burrow Striking Sand King, and they get Echo Slam down together with the Golem. They stop the poor Puck as well. And DNZ somehow surviving this engagement. Laguna's Blade hits Milan. He's about to die. The Mountain might just finish him off. Jabs actually dealt a good amount of damage with the Death Lord. But here, Milan, they're going to sacrifice him, use his darkness before he dies to take away some vision from Penta eSports. And Penta is able to defend themselves against one last team fight. That was a great Echo Slam at the beginning, but only being able to kill the Puck, not that relevant. I mean, stopping the Dream Coil, of course, that's great, but the Lifestealer bomb has been really annoying these past few team fights, and of course, those Ghost Scepters destroying Clinks' ability to kill people.
Well, finally, time to wait for Roche. Probably it will appear in 10 seconds, and Penta really wants to wait for it, and it's hard for Planet Dog to contest for this Roche. There is no Echo Slam, there is no Golems, oh, Blazeman. He's summoning the Roche, waiting patiently. Oh, right here he is. Just in time, and time to get Aegis, get Cheese, and finish the game. There are no tier 2s for Planet Dog anymore. Their Rexes are completely exposed. At least it will be Mega Creeps. At least it will be Mega Creeps, I believe. Unless Planet Dog will come up with some kind of an amazing team fight, yet they need to wait quite a bit. Yeah. 90 seconds to Golems, that's a lot.
With 30 seconds to the Echo Slam, maybe that's the big team fight spell they're going to be able to use. The Sonic Wave also in 30 seconds. The Death Pact, ooh, this is bad. If they were to fight now, they really need to make sure the Death Pact is active when the Clinks is fighting them, because otherwise he's going to be really low on HP against them. But we'll see. I mean, they will have, I do think they might have their big ultimates, because it's not like Penta eSports can just run out of their base. They have to push the lanes first, make sure that lanes are not going to push when they're gone, so they can get meta creeps and feel much more confident about this. With this, the guys at Planet Dog should be able to take down like a couple of heroes, especially if they do a big team fight with a Warlock ultimate, especially the Darkness, and that's a big issue. The Darkness actually gives a huge vision disparity for both teams, but it's not only the fact that Night Stalker has the Aghanims and can see through everything, and can see you at all times because he's Claws, but in Evo version. The real issue here, the Night Stalker actually takes away your vision with Darkness. You don't go down to 675, which is not that much vision, honestly. Barely anything. Actually, a really low area. And with that, you can't initiate safely with the Puck or the Lina, meaning the Puck usually dies in those team fights, and meaning you can use the Echo Slam much more efficiently. We haven't seen a great initiation yet, Planet Dog utilizing this vision impairment, but maybe this is the team fight that changed it all.
Or they will actually go for a base race.
No, don't base race against Quinks. That's a suicide move. Even for the Diffusal Blade for the extra agility, that's so much damage for him.
And now Ghost Scepters won't save, thinking he actually ready with Ethereal Blade, and Kun is standing in position, he's ready with $1 million Echo Slam. Yet, Jobs is already back. Yet, they won't go for a base race, they're just taking tier 2. They need to be modest about this.
They could have gone for the base race, but the TPs here could have really cancelled it. Oh, offensive Force Staff! The Lina was about to die, but they don't want to use a blink yet. Actually, it was on cooldown. That's why he couldn't use it. They almost destroyed the Lina there, but of course with an Aegis they can push her a bit further, you know. It's not that scary when they force staff you offensively. That was a really good force staff by Milan though. And using the Darkness constantly to keep the enemy on their toes, because of course a lack of vision makes the wards also be kind of useless. The Darkness affects wards as well. That Milan, is he really chasing the enemy team still? He's just keeping vision, keeping tabs on them. With the gem, he's going to take away some wards. The ward's like, okay, I'll just take it. And then run away. Run away.
That's a gem on Night Stalker is a long-term time investment. In the end, it's very important to keep Penta blind, because all the kind of Echo Slams from Kun were completely amazing. I'm honestly amazed by this player. The way he plays his Earthshaker is just stunning. And when they don't know where this Earthshaker with Shadow Blade and Blink Dagger, they should be threatened. They should be threatened. We already saw what happened to Blazeman from a couple of hits and Fisher. There's a Bloodthorn up on Queen of Pain. He got only 2k HP, BKB, 5 seconds, not helping that much anymore. Yet Aegis soon will time out, and Planet Dog may take advantage of that.
Well, we'll see the Aegis of the Immortal on the Lina. And that with the actually a Divine Rapier on the Lina. Okay, that's what she's trying to buy. I mean, this match is getting clownier and clownier. Darkness use Echo Slam, not yet, but they don't need it for the Puck. Oh, in comes the Sand King, stops the Night Stalker. The Puck's already dead, but a beautiful call about the 3 with a Fatal Bonds, destroys the guy that's Penta eSports. Now the Ghost Scepter, where are you going, Sand King? That Ghost Scepter's not useful anymore, or the E-Blade. Blazemon is finally arrived with the Aegis. They have to kill her down. The Klings should be able to get the final hit, and yes, with the Searing Arrows, the Lina is going to be torn to shreds as Skitter, the last hero left. His heart is broken because his teammates are dead, and he's gonna fight till the end, but the blood will fill his mouth as he drowns in it. The guys in Planet Dog will be able to take that kill. Penta eSports down to 1 man, and that man is a lonely witch doctor.
Well, yeah, that's actually the scary part for Penta eSports. Time to buy back the...
Okay.
Everyone, no, they can't wait. They can't wait. There's 20 seconds up. Links. Will they go for Megas, or will they go for the throne? There is no Echo Slam. There is no Kun in the game. No golems for 2 minutes. That's a lot. And they are not overextending. They're just going back. Their base is burning a little bit.
I mean, right now, I don't think they're so concerned about their base. They could have just pushed here, but of course, the other thing is they already forced a lot of buybacks without even having to push. That's the big part. They actually forced a lot of buybacks because they were kind of scared, thinking, of course they're going to push. They have a Clinks, that's his job. But right now, you force buybacks so you can go for the next Roshan fight, where the enemy team will not have any of those buybacks. But we will see the Queen of Pain, the Clinks, and the Earthshaker, the 3 cores on Planet Dog, able to utilize those buybacks. That's the important part here, because you can win this Rosh fight and then just snowball into the game. There's no way, even if you only kill 2 or 3 people in the Roshan pit, and you actually lose your whole team, as long as you get the Aegis and the cheese, and say the Clink survives, and of course you have the buybacks ready, you will be winning this game. So right now, Planet Dog are ripened for the taking of this first game of the best of 3.
Well, they're ready with the smoke, they got Epicenter and Infest Bomb. Swift Ending is too far, yet Shaker is ready with Echo Slam. Milan's counting out things. Penta. I'm not that confident anymore. I love the way how they just like that's you know, it's like their common sense was like going into enemy jungle and you don't see anyone. Maybe not a good idea. they literally just went there, thought a couple of seconds, they're like, no, never mind, and went back. that's I can't say. Well, maybe some people will say that it is a wasted smoke, but this smoke would have been a death for them. That could have been their last fight, and their throne would have fell after that. I thought that going in the night, even with the smoke against Night Stalker, who's potentially everywhere, he got advantage with Agon himself, he also got Gem. It's dangerous, especially if you're going on the enemy territory, and there are absolutely no wards, only one who timed out from side of Penta. They're blind. They're literally blind. They don't see anything, and only thing they can do is make blind guesses about where to go with smoke.
Oh, the Penta. Say the Divine Rapier is definitely being built on Blazemon. I mean, he's going for it. I don't think it's a bad item. See the Darkness though, however, that is going to be a vision impairment for Penta eSports. They have to run away. Oh, what are you doing? Witch Doctor leading this charge. They know exactly where you are. They could go against you. There's nothing that you can do to stop him right now. The team is around. Maybe that's a bait. The beautiful bait. But a bait with a dead Witch Doctor is not going to work too well. However, they're going to the Warlock. He dodges the Golem and can fight against this Lifestealer, who is now trying to destroy the Queen of Pain. Will she make it in time? No. Kaiser blinks away. Kites the Lifestealer a bit, and she wants to fight the puck. He's actually reaching a lot. The Echo Slam. The Lifestealer is really low on health, but Skinner using the armlet to toggle. Now is the help of the Epicenter, but it comes way too late. The Lifestealer's already dead, and the GG is called by Blazemon. They recognize Planet Dog is the better opponent, and they will be taking them down in game number 1. Planet Dog making sure they're one step closer to that grand final of the EU ProDota Cup. And if the Penta eSports want to stay in this tournament, they will have to win game number 2, or else they will be right out.
Well, amazing gameplay from Planet Dog. I will still keep on praising Kun for his amazing Echo Slams. Actually, Milan did quite a lot, especially in the beginning of the game. Well played to Planet Dog, and let's see if Penta will be able to turn this game in the second map.
Oh, with that, we will be coming back with game number 2 between Planet Dog and Penta eSports very shortly. There's going to be also a shortcut during the pause, where we will be taking out some of the delay, because apparently Hey guys, sorry about that. My name's been DSwordfish. I've been here with Vätte. If you did enjoy the cast, feel free to follow us on Twitter. If you didn't, feel free to flame us on the chat. And we will see you guys soon with game number 2 between Planet Dog and Penta eSports. Enjoy some tunes while we wait.